This is Kendra. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a bunch of stuff to cover today, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, first, of course, is the obvious event. So we do have the Rakasha Bibi event up just as we expected. And again, just as expected, we can purchase the remaining shards for Tang Chen in here. So go to the Soul Master sale. And you'll see the chest right here. It's for 20 shards, which is all you need to get him. And that will give you the 20 shards that you need to complete Asura Tang Chen. Okay. And this event will, of course, allow you to get... should be 90 shards, I believe, for Bibi. Let's go ahead and check. I'm going to go ahead and skip Tang Chen. I'm going to do the basics for him, but that's all. So yeah, this will allow you to get 90 shards for her. There'll be another event for her in a few weeks where you're able to get another 20 or so. But you should have Tang Chen complete now. Right here he is. I went ahead and brought him up to basic. This is what I could do without, you know, starting to focus and put a lot into him. I had the Sky Luo, so I went ahead and stuck that on him. I had a red set. I went ahead and put that on as well for his soul bone. So that'll help out immensely as well too. Gonna start leveling that up. That's that's one of the reasons. I'm not focusing on him at this point. I'm going to keep all of my shards for Bibi. She will be the one that I'm going to actually bring up, just simply because she's my favorite character. I do, as I said before numerous times, she was the first character that I built up to 5 moon, and I was going to take her to Sun. That's when I started to get the SS characters. She was an S character, of course, and I had her up to 5 moon, and I'm like, well, should I go ahead and take her to Sun? And I'm like, well, I was starting to get a lot of chests for SS characters. I was up high enough level. I was like 40, 45. So I just started focusing on the SS characters. That's when they came out with, they started came out with Tang San, and then shortly they came out, Chen after that. And you could get those characters. There was those events when they introduced the characters. They were obtainable. There was absolutely no problem getting the character whatsoever. So I just started focusing on the SS characters, and then then they I don't think they had was it 2 or 3 characters? I think they only had Chen. I think it was only Chen and Tang San before they immediately jumped to SS plus characters, and that's what we've been getting ever since then. And that's what they're going to be introducing from now on. Will be all SS plus characters in these events. So you should be able to get the SS plus characters if you're playing the game, because I haven't had I haven't spent any money so far, but I haven't had any trouble obtaining the characters. So so I'm going to go ahead and skip Tang Chen because he really does not fit with the overall. I've got he's an excellent attacker. Don't get me wrong. If you're new to the game and you're just starting and you just got him, you should definitely focus on maxing him out, because he is one of the best characters. But they're coming out with, it seems like every month and a half or so we're getting a new character, and Bibi is the latest in that line. And because she's my favorite character, I'm just going to go ahead and go for her. So make sure that you do make a decision as to which way you want to go. If you want to go with focus on Tang Chen or focus on Bibi, but you do need to get the character because of the fact of the fusion skill. So you'll see 50 shards for Bibi in there, and then there is also the normal mode, and you'll be able to get another 40 to get to 90. And this came up yesterday, so make sure that you get that knocked out before tomorrow evening. They're still going on with the Dragon Boat Festival. So this is still going to be going on for several days. Actually, it was a 9-day event, so it's it's going to be continued going on. But just keep an eye on things. They do have a pretty good resource exchange in here. I'm probably going to get a lot of the integral tickets, but there's a lot of stuff in here that you need to focus on, and you should focus on stuff that's difficult to get. So that's the reason I'm focusing on the tickets. Those are the hardest thing to get. that's listed inside of this event. It's these right here, okay? Because I'm in the process of doing the max awakening, and to do that I need 3 weapons, and each weapon for an SS plus character. I'm doing Clear Sky first. Um, it's 5,500. Do the math. That's 16,500 tickets that I'm going to need, and I'm almost there. I'm working on it. We're getting there. I'm at 9601, so I'm about a little bit more than halfway through. So this would just be a chance to get a bunch of tickets, and for me, that's where I need to focus on. That should take me up, get me pretty close to where I need to be. And then once I get those 3 weapons, I already have the Deep Sea Silver, and I'll be able to do the Awaken 5, which is the Max Awakening. I need to do that for the actual Soul Force Trials, as you can see. 2 Soul Masters achieve Equipment Awakening of 5. You can't see it, it's just under here. Master level 5. 2 of them. So I'm going to be doing, first I'm obviously going to do Clear Sky, since he is OP, as I'm sure you probably realized if you do have him. He is a veritable beast, outlasts most tanks, even though he's an attacker, does a ton of damage. So we're definitely going to be focusing on getting him first, and then next, well, most likely, it's going to be a toss-up. Since Clear Sky is doing such a good job in the tank, even though he's not a tank, I'll probably just go ahead and do Bo at this point, since she's the other one. And then those 2, once I get those 2, I'll be able to complete the Soul Force trial. But yeah, these carry. You'll notice that Bo's AoE, she's very, 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 very handy in some of those levels, especially inside of the Soul Ascension platform, or where you're going up against. I mean, they just drop multiple. I mean, you clear them, and then more come, and they just keep throwing waves and waves of the mini attackers after you, and they basically just wear you down. Bo helps crowd control. She, annihilates a lot of those with her spells, because her spells literally cover the entire screen when she activates, and they do proc quite often. So if you're looking at having trouble in those types of places, you might want to focus on an AoE attacker, and she is the best one in the game at this point. There are others, but they are not. Bibi Dong is going to be one. If you notice this right here, this book, that's a crowd control AoE symbol. If you notice the symbol, this is just a straight attacker symbol. Okay, so and that's exactly what Tang Chen is. He's an attacker, an excellent attacker. Don't get me wrong, but so Bibi Dong is she is crowd control AoE. So that's that's what you're looking for. So that would be a little bit more helpful on my second team than another straight attacker. I mean, we've got enough straight attackers as it is. So I need some more AoE crowd control, and she's the second SS plus that has that option. So that's what. So that's what I look for my teams. I mean, you go with tank. In this case, we're of course going with the one SS tank that there is, and that's Angel Ren. Okay. You want to have 2 attackers. I prefer to have 1 attacker straight melee and 1 ranged AoE, which is what Bo is, and then you need a healer. No SS plus healers as of yet. We're hoping they'll have one, maybe after Bibi Dong, but we'll have to see. The Bibi Dong character will be announced here in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Who's going to be, replacing? Who's going to be the next in line for that? Hopefully, it'll be a healer. But as it stands right now, that's what. So my second team, I've got Ezra Dragon, the tank, and I've got 2 attackers. One. Past Life Tag San and Deo Chen. Now, both of these guys are mostly ranged. Okay, Tang San's a little bit close. Chen's completely ranged. You won't see him going up. But Tang San will occasionally broach the melee platform, which is why he's listed as a direct attacker. But you will find that he does stay at a range distance. I was actually surprised at how often he did. Unfortunately, he really wasn't designed to get into melee, even though he's listed as a melee character, which is why I consider Chen to be a much better character, which is why I took Chen up farther and maxed him out. And then you need a healer. So at this point, Oscar, uh, I want to invest in him, but I just don't want to waste the resources at this point. To be honest, they're going to come out with a healer SS plus, okay? So I just need to be patient. And then you've got Asura Tang Chen. Now Asura Tang Chen is an excellent character. He's SS plus. If you're lacking attackers, you definitely want to make sure that you do max him out. Still, clear skill is OP. Everybody, he's just is. He does, virtually unkillable, and he does a ton of damage. So you definitely want to make sure that you focus on getting him first if you can, because you will not regret it. He will do everything for you. Yeah, Dragon Boat, another 4 or 5 days for that, okay? Other than that, it's pretty much normalized events. We've got a joint service celebration, uh, elite mode, and Sea God victory. So run the Sea God, run some levels about that. Uh, do it 20 times and you can get some diamonds. And then elite mode attacks. This is just basically running the elite mode stage. Do it 60 times and you can get 1,000 as well. Uh, this is they had uh, right before this, they had another 3 day set events. They had normal mode attacks, they had Soul Beast invasion attacks, and they had arena attacks. So uh, those have cleared and are now coming up with these three. Okay, these three will actually end out the event. When these clear, there won't be any more events because the server event will be ending. So if you want to participate in that, make sure that you do knock those out within the next few days. Active wheel is up. Make sure that you clear all these. Make sure that you get at least all of the chests at the bottom, and try to get all of the chests up on here. I'm going to do it 2 more times to get both of those today. I haven't done my normal mode attacks yet. Um, the time limited events, we've still got the gift bag up. Make sure that you do. If you do want to purchase these, I would suggest that you do. Simply because of the fact that if they're offered them, you should get them. They are. It's the best set in the game, so go for it. Make sure you've done all of your Super Mondays so that you can claim the diamonds, which will be reached tomorrow. That's always good. So that's just about everything. But yeah, so the Rakasha event's up and the Dragon Boat. So you need to be focusing on these two. Like I say, we got some time for the Dragon Boat, but Rakasha Bibi Dog ends tomorrow. Okay, so you will unable to. So you want to make sure that you purchase everything that you want. Um, and there's a lot of good stuff in here. Okay, so this is definitely stuff that you want to look at. As you can see, you've got some experience points. These are, of course, something that you want to purchase because these allow you to do SS characters. You can work on some of your divine skills. So there's a lot of stuff. So just scroll through it and make sure that you get everything that you want. I'm up to 867 at this point. Um, Tang Chen did not bring me up that far. I didn't think he would. Uh, the actual items that you need to actually do a large BP increase at this point um, are not ready for him. They will be ready by the time I get my hands on Bibi. So that's probably when I'll be broaching 900. I don't think I'll do that before her. I might. It's possible. I've got a couple things in the works that if they, that will get me another SS plus. That'll complete a set. That's going to give me a big bump. That might get me up to 880. I'm also going to be able to do a couple spirit sources. They offer a pretty good setup as well. Bringing up your Avatar. So I'm going to be able to do that pretty soon as well. So that's going to be bumping me up. Uh, so I'm hoping that that'll get me close. And then when BB Dong comes out, I'll be throwing, like I say, I'll be throwing a lot into BB Dong. Um, the reason Tang Chen is not powered up is simply because of the fact that I haven't brought him up. I have not invested any shards in him. He's still at his base 1 star. So that's, and even at his 1 star with base set everything on, he's pulling a 17 million. So he's actually past Ren, who's at 5 moon or 4 moon. So, but she's an S character. So that just shows you how much more powerful SS plus characters are when it comes to actual base stats. So they're a beast. So I once I get Ren up, or not Ren, once I get BB Dong up, you know, um, if they don't come up with a healer after BB Dong, then I'll probably just start focusing on Chen, uh, and sorry, Tang Chen, not the other Chen, and bringing him up. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do BB Dong, unless there's a healer. Now again, if when we finish BB Dong, because when we finish BB Dong, we'll get the announcement for the new character. If it's a healer, then all bets are off. I'll probably just stop everything and just hold that, and then max out the healer once I get her. Uh, and I'll bring Rakasha BB Dong, and I'll max her out to the point where I have enough shards or enough materials left over to actually bring the healer up. So I might work them tandem. But if after BB Dong is released and we get her and the next character's not a healer, then I'm probably just go ahead and max out BB Dong. I'll have enough to do that and have some stun left over. But we'll have to wait and see. But we should be getting an SS plus healer. It's obviously going to be wrong. Unfortunately, there's really not a whole lot of healers. We've already got an SSIN, so I doubt very seriously if they're going to give us an SS plus IN. No character has an SS and an SS plus. All of the SS pluses that have been released were based off of S characters or were new characters entirely, such as Clear Sky and Asura Tang Chen. They did not exist in S or SS form. They were released straight as S pluses. But we had BB Dong, who's just being introduced now. She was off of an S character. And we have Bo was based off of an S character as well. And we've got Ren, Angel Ren, based off of an S character as well. So there's no character that has an SS and an SS plus. So I doubt very seriously if we'll see an SS plus IN. We might very well. But Wrong was an S character. We don't have anything else for her at this point. So logic would dictate, since she is, if you watch the anime, she does become the next sea god. So obviously she would be an excellent SS plus character. So I'm hoping we'll see her as the next character after BB Dong, but we'll have to see. So yeah, a little bit of a dip there, but 900 million is the current goal. Hopefully we'll get to it before BB Dong is out. We'll be doing some videos. Going to be leveling up. I've got another piece of SS plus to bring up. Like I said, I've got some avatars to bring up. I got some spirit source to use as well. So we're going to be doing quite a few things. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I don't think it's enough to take me to 900 million, because that's that's quite a bit. That's 33 million I've got to cover. And to do, I could get a lot of that from Tang Chen. As a matter of fact, I might even be able to get to 900 million if I threw all of my mats into Tang Chen, but I'm not going to at this point. We'll go ahead and use those on BB Dog, unless we have a healer after that. That'll be a little bit more, a little bit more controlled on what I do. But we'll have the mats to do it, and we'll have the mats to do them both fairly well. But yeah, we definitely need an SS plus healer, and that way we can put the SS plus healer as the new healer on the main team, and IN SS would be our healer for the secondary team, and then that would all we need to worry about in healers for the foreseeable future, as we would pretty much have what we needed: SS plus max character levels, full team, and it's just a matter of continuing up and racking up your BP as far as you can go. But we'll have to see. But I did want to let everybody know the BB Dog event is up. The charges for Tang Chen are in there, so make sure that you do snatch those up. It's a chest, okay? So, like I say, it's not, you're not going to see shards for him directly. The shards are in the chest. Purchase the chest for 20 shards, then take the 20 shards for him, and you'll be able to complete him. And the same thing's going to happen with BB Dog. We're going to have another BB Dog event in a couple of weeks. That's going to get us from 90 up to most likely 110. Possibly could take us up a little higher if you want to spend some money. So 90, they'll give us another 20 shards at the next event to get her to 110. Okay, and then a few weeks after that, they will announce the new character. Okay, you'll see a picture for her, and then a few days after that, they'll have the event for that new character. Inside of that new character event will be a Soul Master sale, and inside of that will be a chest. This chest will contain the 20 remaining shards for Rakasha, Bibi Dong, as well as all these characters. Okay, so that's the way they've done it the last 2 times that they've done it. So it looks like that's what's going to be the format, which is good because I like the ability to get these chests. Okay, because this allows you to do the divine skills. Getting up a divine skill on these characters is exceedingly important for your BP, as well as a massive amount of power you gain from this. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, there's like a literal 12. I mean, it's ridiculous. If you look at Bo's divine skill, I mean, it's just ridiculous what it gives you. Let's take a look at that. So it's called the divine skill Ocean Domain. Okay, 2,000% of her attack. She deals magic damage equivalent to 2,000% of her attack to all enemy soul masters. Okay, not just one, all of them. Okay, and it approximates at 6 seconds. So it's not a skill that like needs to be charged up for an exceedingly amount of time. All battles last longer than 6 seconds. Okay, average battle times 10 to 11 seconds. So it's always going to be proccing. Okay, and then as you rack it up, it becomes 2,600%. Okay, so it's just ridiculous, as well as an increase in everything else. Magical defense. Okay, it's just, yeah, I mean, so you definitely want to be focusing on these divine skills. These divine skills make the character so much more powerful. Tang Hao comes up with 8% of his current HP and shield reduction. Okay, deal in PvE. After taking damage, the target will be marked with disoriented plane. Okay, one of the conditions for execution through the ultimate skill if its hits P is lower than 12%. So basically what happens if they're marked and their hits below 12%, they're pretty much going to get killed. So it's ridiculous. So you definitely want to focus on these skills. You have to do the entire trajectory. It takes 32 here. Then you go to the second. You got to do. So it's not easy. So if you want to actually maximize your current characters, there does come a time where, unless you're spending a lot of money, where you're not going to be able to completely maximize your divine skills anytime soon because they don't offer enough shards for that. But it's something that you have to take into account. On which characters you want to focus on. So at this point, I'm backing on Clear Sky is first. Do him first, okay. Second, I would go with Bo second, as long as you have TN. If you have TN, then you're fine. You can go for Bo. But if you don't have TN, then you might want to go for Ren. Okay, because she's an excellent tank as well. They're both really, really good tanks. Ren is better simply because she's SS plus. She has better stats. Plus she has teleportation. Plus she has some shielding. So it allows her to survive longer than TN. But you need a tank. So one of these two. Okay. So if you have TN, you can go ahead and focus on Bo. But if you don't have TN, focus on Ren, because you should have both Chen and Tang San, and they will hold off as your attackers for now. Chen does excellent damage, as does Tang San. But then you could be able to replace Tang San with Bo. Okay, so At healing, Yin, just max her out. she's she's the best healer in the game by far. There's no discussion as to what to do. You should be maxing her out. Uh, you should already have if you've been playing the game for any length of time, because they dumped hundreds of shards for you. You should have her by now. So go ahead and get her made up. And you know, I've already started focusing on her divine skill. Okay, I have no problem. She heals fine. There's nothing absolutely wrong with her healing. We're probably going to get an SS plus healer, as I'm saying. I'm hoping, but for the time being, she's the main game, so you might as well play. And I have no problem doing that whatsoever. She's an excellent healer. As well as the other support buff that she does offer. But your healing is what you mainly got her for. But we'll have to see when wrong, probably wrong comes out. Then we'll make a discussion on that. All right, so that's all I've got at this point. But yeah, so get in there, get those shards, get Tang Chen completed. If you're new to the game, max him out. Okay, he's gonna be right up there with Clear Sky in terms of his OPness, at least on paper. The skill set that he's got would seem to indicate that. So I don't think he's going to be as OP as a Clear Sky, but he's definitely going to be up there. So if you're a newer player and you don't have Clear Sky, you might definitely want to go for Tang Chen as your main, just simply because of what I read in the skill set would indicate that he's going to be doing out some serious damage as well as have some survivability. But in the meantime, yeah, you should be able to finish him with those shards. And we'll go ahead and have another video here in a day or two after I've had a chance to do a little bit of housekeeping and move things up and see how high I can get my BP up. I'm hoping to get at least 875, 880 before Bibi Dong is entered. I know that's not a lot, but at this point I'm in the process of building up the mats. So things are going to be a little bit slower for the next week or two, unless they have a cool event for they give out some avatar sprites, or they have another event for soul bones, which I would seriously doubt it since they've had two in rather quick succession. But if they do, then that all bets are off. I might actually be able to hit 900, so we'll have to see. But that's in the future. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. Kenrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.